And we are live. Say something real quick, Stooks.
Hi, how's everyone
Okay.
doing?
Just had to make sure the cameras were switching. Okay, officially we're starting. So, what's goody, all my beautiful people out there in the tube of the U? It's your boy J Nuck here, and we're doing a live review, kinda. Real quick before we get into anything, I'm here with Stooks. So, Stooks, you want to go ahead and reintroduce yourself?
Hi, I am Stooks. I am part of the Hookah Hipster duo at Hookah TV. I'm very excited that Jay Nuck has asked me to do this with you guys. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm really excited to have you here. I was about to say we're like I'm a team over here at Hookah Nuka, whatever. So you'll notice this is the first time ever I've ever done anything of a button up. So I did that because I'm intimidated by Stooks' dashingly dapper looks. So he toned it down a little bit for me, even though he's on that like trendy hipster.
Like V-neck and toboggan. So,
I had to try to do something, man. I couldn't compete with you. But so today, everybody, as you can tell by the title, we are here to talk about some new haze flavors that I guess they weren't really officially out at the end of last year, but we were able to test, I guess, these flavors, and now they are officially out. I have received mine today. Real quick, we'll be going over Chaitastic, which the main reason why I wanted to have Stooks here and talk about it is because when we first tested these batches, we just both fell in love with it. We had like a Superman crush, and we were like eye to eye.
no.
Um, and
So,
then also what a mint.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of pick Stooks' brain a little bit on it and see, some of his thoughts. Tell you guys my thoughts. This is just like a first look. These flavors definitely deserve a full on out all out whatever review, so I'm definitely going to do that and do them justice on the channel, but I just wanted to give a first look since it is pretty new and it's official today. So first we will start out with Chaitastic, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to you, Sticks, and just get your first impressions of it when you first tested it.
Okay, so I was lucky enough to try one of the early test batches. I guess maybe not one of the earlier ones, but one of the first ones Fletcher had gotten, and I was just at his house and smoked it, and instantly it was like, this is incredible. This is going to be a big flavor. People are going to love it. It's so unique. Like you think of like a lot of the chai flavors on the market are really sweet and uh, you know, like I would reference like the Fumari spice chai and stuff. It's almost like a cinnamon roll. It's kind of weird, but this was like it blew me away because it was just like having a chai tea. It wasn't sweet. It was so unique, strong. It was, but it was perfect for what it is. So
Yeah, immediately, man, my first inhale of it, I was just blown away of how spot on it was to like a chai drink, a chai latte, so to speak, which I didn't have, so I got coffee, but compliments it well actually. But no, I was blown away, man, because you could really get that sense of chai in there, and then it also has those other notes of spices like I guess like cloves and cinnamon. But what it reminded me of, what I really wanted to call it was like almost a toned down version of Carnival Nights. Now they're two totally different flavors, but from that spice aspect, I'm sorry, from that spice aspect, I really get that. And I wasn't a big fan of Carnival Nights when I first tried it. I thought it was a little too strong for me, but over time, I developed a love for it. But I know Stooks, you actually really enjoy Carnival Nights. If not one, is that not one of your favorite flavors from Haze, or?
yeah, I remember I also got to try a test batch of Carnival Nights back when it was being back when Fletcher had some, and it was very similar. My first experience with that, and then with this chai. However, I will say this chai is what I think it's everything that Carnival Nights isn't for me. That's the difference in them, and it was just an amplified experience of trying Carnival Nights, and it's in the same palette of as far as sweetness goes and all that stuff. It's kind of in that same category.
Yeah, I definitely have to mimic that because for all of you that have tried Carnival Nights, but you just thought it was a little too potent for you, but you still enjoyed it, but it was just a little too much of a punch in the face for you, I think you're really going to enjoy Chaitastic. I mean, it is just, man, I have nothing but good things to say about it. I wanted to put it in my top 5 of all time last year when I did that video, but it wasn't officially out yet, so I didn't feel like I could do that yet. So it's definitely going to be in the top 5 at the end of 2015. I guarantee you this is going to be in my top 5 of all time. But that's how much I love it. I just absolutely fell in love with it, and it's actually a really great mix, in my opinion, with Whatament to kind of transition into that. Whatament, the best way I heard it described was like a buttermint, and I feel like that's really like that really nails it. And Whatament for me and the test batch, it was good. It didn't blow me away like Chaitastic, but it was good. It's actually Fletcher's favorite. He goes through it like crazy, from my understanding. But what it meant, I think, is an excellent, excellent mix and marriage with Chaitastic. Like it just, when you want to add that mintiness kick to it, it's like perfect. Like, what are your thoughts on what it meant, Stooks?
What I meant is awesome. It was one of those things like it definitely. I'll echo. It does go really well with Chaitastic because it has that vanilla note in there, I think, and it's pretty cool because it's just the way the flavors really connect really well, you know. And what a mint is a strong mint, but it's sweet. So a lot of people like it's completely different than like an FML or an AF mint or something like that, which is cool because I find like just straight mints to be a little off-putting sometimes if you smoke them a lot. You can just get really sick of them. But this is something, there's something else there to keep you interested in it maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that as well. I will say, because I did smoke, I actually got them mixed, and with what I meant this go around, I feel like they changed something up just a tad bit. I can't remember exactly how the test batch was, but I want to say it was a little bit darker. And in this batch that I got today, the leaves seem, noticeably lighter. And I felt like when I smoked what I meant in the test batch, it was missing something. It wasn't bad, but it was just missing like some kind of note, and I didn't know what it was, and I think they corrected that. I haven't smoked this one on its own yet, but just mixing it with the Chaitastic, I feel like they added that's something that was missing. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I did notice like a color change in it, which leads me to believe that they changed something, if that makes any sense. Real quick, before we get too deep into it and I lose track of the comments, let me shout out some people. I got to scroll up here. Bearded Because, shout out to Alexei Kulikov. I hope I'm pronouncing these correctly. Shout out to Mike Blackstone, Hookah Enthusiast is over here in the chat box. Shout out to Javier. Shout out to Daniel Gazarian. Shout out to Jay Hookah Smoke. Shout out to Jason Bailey. And he asked, why can't I find any tobacco on 5-star? Real quick, I heard they're doing a restock, so it should be up running normal tomorrow, I guess. I'm not sure. I need to talk to Alex about that. Let's see. Who else do we got in here? I'm ignoring Daniel's trolling on here. And that's it for the shout-outs. What was I going to say? Yeah, he's getting his troll on, but that's okay. We allow that, I guess. But no, so yeah, for me, again, Chaitastic is kind of like a mellowed out Carnival Nights. I mean, they're two totally different flavors, but for me, if you didn't enjoy Carnival Nights or you thought it was too strong, Chaitastic is the way to go. I think you nailed it with what it meant. It's a great mint. It's a nice change-up mint because it kind of has a different aspect in there, like that vanilla or that just buttery type flavor. Not really a creamy note. You wouldn't say a creamy note, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a creamy note. I would say more. There's a vanilla aspect to it, I think, but it's a little bit different. It's not a cream though.
And then you also said you enjoy them mixed together as well, correct?
Yes.
So, okay, kind of going off of that with some other haze flavors, what were some memorable haze flavors for you this past year, I guess? I guess they didn't necessarily have to come out last year, but just in general, like what's some memorable haze flavors?
Let's see. Okay, for me, haze, especially in the past year, when I first initially tried haze, I wasn't a big fan of it. But the stuff that they've been coming out with has been so innovative, so different. Bananarama, I know you love Bananarama. That's also in your top five, I think. Uh,
Yes, sir. That's number two. That's number two, and I got it on deck.
yeah, it's for real. Like you can't beat it as far as banana flavors go. Um, and Carnival Nights was something kind of came out of left field. I think they released it by itself, and it was just like totally random, but it was super good. I don't think people were expecting one of these more modern companies to come out with something like Cardamom. It was really cool. Sub Zero came out a little bit over a year ago. Super innovative as far as mints go, in my opinion. That, I mean, as far as haze goes, they've just been coming out with some pretty dope stuff lately.
Yeah, I definitely have to echo that, like what you said off Bananarama. That's like, man, that blew me away when I tried that. And I actually mixed the test batch of Chaitastic with Bananarama, and it is phenomenal. You have done that as well, right?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Those
What
are
was your thoughts on that?
that's like a match made in heaven, really. Just because you get some sweetness that's not there, and it Bananarama kind of gives you that. It just kind of fits the spice a little bit better. I think like the cinnamon in them, I guess, kind of it really like makes it feel cohesive.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like the Bananarama kind of adds a different aspect. It kind of throws in there. And a mix I did was Chaitastic, Bananarama, and a little bit of Carnival Nights.
Yeah, and I had been mixing Carnival Nights and Bananarama a lot when I have them both at the same time, and it's so that's killer.
Yeah, that's oh my God, so. Are you a big chai drinker? Would you say, or not really?
I I get it from time to time, and that was one of the things that really caught my attention when I got it because and Fletcher described what they were going for was uh, a chai tea with a dash of milk in it, and that's how I like when I get chai. That's how I like it. So, and it was so accurate to what I was looking for. And you just I don't I've not seen anything come out that's that accurate in a long time.
So is it safe to say that Chaitastic is probably, in your opinion, the best chai flavor out on the market right now?
Um, as far for what it's going for, I think it's my favorite. I think there's going to be people that are still going to want the Famari Spice Chai or the Starbuzz White Chai, which is a little bit different. I think there's like peach in there or something a little bit different, but uh, it's my favorite, so I'll say that. But I think as far as accuracy though, you can't beat it in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there that Chai-tastic is probably the best chai out there in my opinion. Um, I've tried the Fomari chai mix, and it was a while back though, and I wasn't quite keen to chai like I am now, so I need to revisit it. But I mean, this is gonna be a hard one to beat. What are some things that you see yourself mixing with Chai-tastic besides like Banana Rama and like the mints and the Carnival Nights? Like, what are some other things you think might pair well with it?
Huh. Me and Fletcher, we just filmed a review on Haze Guava, and that's something a little bit off the wall. But I can see that maybe in a weird way, I can see it kind of pairing really well because it has um, it's kind of refreshing in a way, and I think it will, like I said, with the cohesiveness of Bananarama, I think it will kind of connect in a different way. Which is it sounds like kind of a weird mix, but smoking them side by side, I uh, I think that it will that would be a solid mix. I think uh, you know in a weird way, I'm interested to try other stuff with it.
Yeah,
But
that's interesting. The guava, I can't even imagine how that would come out. But based off of your suggestion, man, I want to try it. I think I don't know why, but I feel like an apple, not like an anise heavy apple, but like more of a natural apple type of flavor, like a
like,
hint of it.
like a Granny Smith type apple flavor or something.
Exactly. I feel like that would pair well with it. I think I can't remember for sure, but I think I mixed it with the Starburst holiday mix. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I can see that going really well together. I still have yet to try Holiday Mix, but I've smelled it and it smells incredible. So
You definitely gotta get on that. It's a really good mix from Starbuzz. They did a good job on that. What about what a mint? Like, what are some things? Because it's not your typical mint. Like I said, it's got that like you said, it's got that vanilla, that buttery aspect of it, that different aspect. What are some things that you think you might pair with what a mint?
Bananarama right off the bat, I think that would be a killer mix. Carnival Nights obviously will blend really well. It'll add kind of like a sweetness. I think Carnival Nights kind of misses sometimes. Maybe just a dash of it, maybe on the bottom of the bowl or something might be cool. What a mint, I've mixed it with a lot of fruit flavors. Like I've mixed it with mango, pineapple, raspberry. I've put some in. I've mixed it with double bubble. That's really nice. So yeah, there's I think since it is a mint category flavor, it's gonna mix with most things really well.
So in saying that, does it give it almost like a baked good aspect, kind of like what we get with Bananarama, but with the other fruits, or does that vanilla not really shine through as much? Is it you think it's going to be strong enough to come through mixed with some of those other flavors?
I think it just being a little bit sweet will connect it with the other flavors a little bit. I think I noticed like when I had it with Carnival Nights that they went really well together because I felt like the mint in Carnival Nights and then the cardamom didn't. I felt like they were really far apart as far as the way my tongue kind of interpreted it. Uh, I think they were very, I feel like it really brought that together, and I think it'll come together with most fruits really well.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Real quick in the chat, shout out to Boz. I think I missed him the first time. Shout out to DTS Hookah, Kevin Cho. I don't have my gong pulled up. And shout out to Ghost Obsessed. Ghost Obsessed says it would probably go well with something lemon. I think he's referring to I don't know if he's referring to chai or if he's referring to the what but I could definitely see what maybe pairing with a little bit of lemon, maybe almost having like a lemon bar, lemon cake type of feel. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely.
And then Boz also says that Carnival Nights is highly underrated, which you
I'll,
know I guess I agree with that because, like I said, when I first tried Carnival Nights, man, I couldn't. I wanted to love it for what it was, but it was just a little too strong for me, man. And I don't know what it was about it, but I couldn't do it. And then as soon as Hayes hit us with Chaitastic, I was like, there it is.
that hit it. Yeah, yeah. I'll say Carnival Nights definitely. It's one of those things like you either like it or you don't. However, the chai, most people I've seen that have tried it. Fletcher is the only person that I know that's tried it and isn't the biggest fan of it, um, that's just his palate, and I think he does appreciate it for what it is. I know. Um, so
Now, Mr. Monkey Making Dario, I hope I said that right. He asked me what I think about blueberry mint. Um, is that a haze flavor? Is that a specific haze flavor?
yeah, no, I mean you could kind of think blazing blue. I mean, which is
Because
like
I've never had Blazing Blue. I mean, I've had like Blue Mist, and I've had Iceberry from Pure, and I've had other blueberry mints, but just as a general flavor, I mean, I dig it. I like it.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Of course, Mike, I like cake. What is the whole deal with Mike and cake? I don't understand that. I must have missed that one.
I don't know. I guess he likes cake a lot.
And then, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
In the same way, I think that I like cats. I think Mike likes cake.
See, man, I don't know if we can hang out then in real life, Stooks, because I'd die hanging out with you. But whatchamacallit, Il Smitty J, he says, since this is kind of a haze thing, is there any flavors you hope to see from haze this year? That's an excellent question. I'll go ahead and throw that to you first, Stooks.
Ooh, I was thinking of this the other day. What was I thinking? Oh gosh, um, man, I don't know. I had something, and it totally left me. I don't know. I'll have to post on Hookah Enthusiast about that or something.
I, I
I'm my brain doesn't work right now.
I think for me, I don't know. I mean, I know we were going over some crazy stuff back on the Thanksgiving show, and I was saying I really want to try a pizza flavor tobacco. Like, I don't know. Like, I love pizza, and I don't know. I feel like it would work. I don't know.
Man.
Something about pizza just does it for me. Like, I love Pringles pizza. I love Combo's pizza flavor. Like, I love pizza. Um, I know it'll probably never happen. I would definitely test it if they came out with it. One thing I wanted to say about what it meant, I discovered I ran out of Chaitastic test batch, and I mixed my what it meant with Carnival Nights. I was on with Fletcher one night, and we called it What a Night. You know, the famous song, Oh, What a Night. I'm not going to karaoke for you guys. Anyways, so we kind of, I was kind of inspired by that song or whatever. It was late December. It wasn't back in 63. But for those of you that don't know, that's lyrics to the song. Anyways, that came out amazing. And I think you actually mentioned that, right, with your pairs with What It Meant, Carnival Nights?
Yeah.
Man, that was just a home run flavor. I was really depressed when I ran out of the Chaitastic, and then when I combined the What It Meant and the Carnival Nights, man, that I was back to being happy again.
Yeah.
So where would you say Chaitastic? Well, I'm so heavy on Chaitastic right now. Where would you say Chaitastic ranks amongst like all of your tobaccos right now? Like, you're in the store, you have your pick of whatever you want. Like, where's Chaitastic ranking amongst everything?
That is the golden goose sitting on top of uh, the giant hill in the middle of the town. Like it for real. It seriously blew me away. So it ranks number one, I think, for me.
Wow, that is incredible. Chaitastic is definitely high up there for me. It's a close. I don't know if it beats out Bananarama. And I'm not just saying staying in haze, but
Yeah.
Chaitastic is really good, guys and girls. You guys got to go out and try this. It's
Oh.
really a phenomenal flavor. I would suggest 100 gram first because, like Stooks said, like Fletcher, it wasn't one of his favorites. He enjoyed it, of course, but it wasn't one of his favorites. And there may be other palettes similar to that where you might not really be digging chai. But for me, I think I just kind of got not sick of, but I got tired of all the fruity flavors, and I wanted something more than just the mint. And Chaitastic came along and blew me away, really.
Yeah.
I would probably suggest to buy Chaitastic with what it meant and then go for the mix. And I think, because I like to mix mint with pretty much everything, so that's like the perfect mint to mix with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Boz over here commented cheesecake.
Oh,
I had thought that, and that could also be killer.
cheesecake would be outstanding.
I don't
And
think
then,
I haven't seen a cheesecake flavor.
I don't think I've seen one either.
Pat or Morris, Pat and Morris, all those Hayes people, get working on that, and I'll do something really nice for you. Talk
Yeah.
about it on this video, but trust me, it'll be nice.
Hey. Definitely cheesecake though, man. And then you could even like just take like a nice cherry flavor or strawberry and sprinkle it in there, so you can have like that effect of the lathery strawberry or cherry sauce on top of your cheesecake. I think that'd be dope. But cheesecake by itself, my God, how did I never think of that?
I don't know how no one's thought of that. Maybe I don't think Social Smoke has one. They would have been someone that would have done it though. Never seen it.
I will say, and it could be because it's Fantasia, and I'm not bashing by any means, but I got really excited for Red Velvet Cake from Fantasia, and it was not. I
I
didn't get Red Velvet Cake from it.
Yeah, I also I tried that flavor a long time ago, and I had an experience with it.
I mean, it just tasted sweet. Like there was no like red velvet note to it. Like I just, I mean, it wasn't bad, I guess per se, but I expected red velvet cake, and I love red velvet cake, and I just don't want to be disappointed if somebody comes out with cheesecake and it comes out like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I think uh, they could pull. I think Hayes is the company that could pull it off, though.
I think so. I think that's pretty accurate. I think Hayes does an excellent job of creating these flavors, or I should say, credit specifically Morris
Yeah,
does an amazing job, man. Like hats off to that guy.
yeah,
He really has been doing his thing here at the end of 2014 and 2015. Just man, like I was impressed with Lime It Up, 5 cents a cup, especially Frozen Lakes. I mean, he made a lot of watermelon non-lovers really enjoy Frozen Lakes, so that's saying a lot.
that's a big deal. That really is.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really big deal. Speaking of those, let's go ahead and touch on those. What were your thoughts on those three flavors?
I love all three of those. Frozen Lakes, so unique, delicious. 5 cents a cup. One of my favorite pink lemonade flavors. Uh, it's up there at that and the Social Smoke pink lemonade are both super solid, killer. And Lime It Up's unique. That could go really well cheesecake. If I made cheesecake flavor. But that's such a unique lime. I love it.
Yeah, it reminded me of like a key lime pie, and I don't know. We talked about that a little bit on personal hangouts, and I don't know. It was almost like a graham cracker, small undertone in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We talked
and
about
I
that before.
Yeah, and I attribute that to like a crust of a key lime pie, like being a graham cracker crust. And yeah, man, that actually would probably pair very well with Chaitastic or what I meant. I'm curious to try that out.
I mixed. Okay, when we were in Chicago doing our giveaway video, I mixed it with Carnival Nights, and everyone was like, "What? What are you thinking? Like that's weird." And I looked it up. Cardamom is very common to have with like lime and cooking wise, people actually use them together a lot. So
Really?
yeah, I looked it up, and there's a few recipes. If you go look it up, people do like spice lime stuff. It's weird, but um, yeah,
That is very interesting. That's something I definitely have to put on the list to try. Um, Smitty J says cheesecake and chocolate ice, nom noms. That does sound like a pretty good mix.
yeah.
Mike says there is a cheesecake e-juice, but I'm not a vapor, so I don't really know about that. Uh,
I don't vape at all, so
Jay Hookah Smoke has an interesting one. He says tiramisu. I don't really have a lot of experience with tiramisu. Are you familiar with that at all?
no. Um, oh man, I can't say that.
Creme brulee?
Creme brulee, uh, but no tiramisu. I've had it before. I just don't remember it when or where. I just remember ordering it at some point somewhere.
Got to shout out Fletcher real quick in the chat. He says, "Heart you all. I enjoy Chaitastic. I enjoy it with chocolate ice and hazel eyes. Amazing chai mocha flavor." And then somebody keeps suggesting caramel flavor. That's interesting. Is there a caramel flavor out there?
Huh. I have not seen one. It would not surprise me if someone somewhere has made that at some point in time of the history of hookah. It would not surprise me. Um, Thing about a caramel flavor, I think it that would be like a mixer. I think that would go really well. Chaitastic, maybe if you wanted to add some sweetness to it or something like that. I think as by itself though, I don't know how much. I think it'd be kind of like vanilla.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe like if what's like the most like granny apple type flavor or tobacco out there? Is it
Um, Alfacher Esconderi apple,
okay? So mix that with caramel and and maybe some chocolate. I don't know. Maybe you can get like a
caramel apple.
caramel apple type effect. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'd be curious to try caramel or maybe is it caramel or caramel? I've said caramel my whole life.
I say caramel.
Well, damn it, I'm gonna say caramel now because Stooks is the end all be all. But a caramel and maybe like a chocolate, I think would be good. It'd be like a candy bar. I feel like that would get old quick though.
There's a peanut butter. I feel like there's a peanut butter flavor somewhere. Someone mentioned peanut butter.
I think was it Hookah Hookah? Are they still around? I think they had a peanut butter.
Did or maybe a peanut butter and jelly.
Ooh, that would be very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike says hookah hookah has peanut butter.
Okay.
So I haven't
Oh,
seen anything from them in a while. Or
yeah, me either. I kind of forgot about them. Oh, I need to get some hookah hookah stuff in. Where'd it go? Jason Bailey says, "What are each of your top three haze flavors?"
hmm.
Well, I know Chaitastic is number one for you and I both on haze.
Yeah. Yeah. Chaitastic. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Chaitastic, Carnival Nights. Ooh, probably 5 cents.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, you threw me right there. You threw me right there.
I had 100 grams of it, and I was like, "Yep, this is on point." Everyone I had over to the house was like, "This is great. Keep this." Uh,
5 cents is definitely good. For me, it'd have to be Chaitastic, Bananarama. Not specifically in that order. I'm still deciding which one's better. Chaitastic, Bananarama, and probably, man, this is hard.
the third one's the killer, isn't it?
It really is because I want to throw Cucumber Rita in there because I really did enjoy that a lot. But then I want to throw Frozen Lakes in there because that really just amazed me. 5 cents is good. Lime it up. Oh my God. If I have to choose one, I'd probably have to go with. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw Cucumber Rita in there. That's my number three haze. I mean, it was a phenomenal flavor, and it'd be a nice change up. You know what I mean? Like if I can only take the three haze flavors, for example. But
Yeah,
damn, I don't have a mint though. Ooh.
yeah. I didn't put a mint in there either.
Well, good thing this isn't if you're going to a desert island. You can only take three haze flavors.
Well, we're not playing that game right now, so
Yeah, we struggled with that one night. That was pretty crazy. Ooh, Il Smitty J said peanut butter and banana would be awesome.
yeah, yeah, that'd be killer.
That sounds
I'd be
interesting.
very interested to try that. Um,
And then, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I wonder if peanut allergies play into anything with no peanut flavors. I don't know. I don't
Um,
know about extracts and how they do all that, but I wonder.
Maybe that's why it's not as common.
Yeah,
Where did it go? Chris Candreva. He says 50% Bananarama. Excuse me, 50% Bananarama, 30% Carnival Nights, and 20% FML. I think I've done something like that before, and it was really good actually.
I probably have at some point too. Oh, hey, real quick, shout out to Sean from Chicago. That dude is the man. He took care of us when me and Fletcher were there.
Hey, wow. I got called out. It's what's up, guys? Janik, you're bogus. You don't answer your Facebook messages. I don't know how to answer that because I try my best. I think they're all up to date. Unless you're messaging me during the show, yes. I usually don't. Um, it's just too hard to go back between the chat and the live show and everything. It's really hard. Sean says, "Hey Januck, sorry just joined in, but how do you like the carbon hose? Absolutely love it. Fantastic hose. It is a bit pricey, but if you're willing to, will out the extra cash. It's definitely worth it. Very aesthetically pleasing. I've learned that from AOJ, that word. No, but it looks fantastic. I love it. I love looking at it. I love smoking out of it. Performs well. It's not too big of a draw. It's just like the perfect draw for me. So that's my take on that. Let's see. Fletcher says Bananarama, Watermint, and Frozen Lakes. That's what he's smoking right now. That's interesting. A watermelon, banana, and the vanilla mint. I don't know how I feel about that. Have
Very.
you ever had that?
I have not. I tend to not. I don't think that way when I do mixes though. So, but Fletcher's a character, so give it to him.
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting. Lucas Valderaz, suck at names, man. He says his girlfriend's allergic to pineapple, and she tried a pineapple flavor, and she was fine. So I know peanut allergies are a little bit different,
Yeah,
but that's interesting to know.
I think it really depends on what the flavoring agents. I think it depends on like how it's artificial or whatever, you know. So complicated subject. I'm sure someone someone somewhere knows an answer to that, but I don't. So
Oh, I misread Fletcher. He said that was his top three.
oh
He
oh
wasn't smoking that. I thought he was. Wow. So let me go back. What did he say? Banana Ram number one, Watermint number two, and Frozen Lakes number three. Okay. I got you. We're going to have to talk about you there for a second, Fletcher. I was like, let me throw that over to Stooks because
wait, hold on. Sean got on to me about wearing that hat, so I'd had to take my hat off.
you had to let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. I should leave the singing to you because you're the one that's in a band. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you, man? Because you do more than hookah. You got into a little bit of it last night about your passion of
Yeah,
filmography, if that's the correct terminology. But why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Stooks? Let them get to know the man behind the camera.
yeah. Let's see here. My job, I do videos. Cinematography is something I really enjoy. So I get to do that week in, week out to make money. You know, so it's something I really enjoy. As we mentioned with Hookah TV, I kind of got to, and of course, like I didn't really have a choice when we started. I had to make sick videos, you know, for our channel because it reflects off of, you know, as it being my job, it reflects me, so I can't just throw up a webcam and just do it, you know. So, but it's been so much fun, just being able to present products really beautifully and all that type of stuff. And then I have a band that's kind of taking off right now. If you guys want to check out Dark Matters on Facebook. That's our band. We don't have any music up yet. We just got back from recording in Nashville. With the studio we recorded at was where Taylor Swift did her first album. Reliant K did an album called there. Bunch of crazy country acts and stuff because it is Nashville. There's another band somewhere called The Dark Matters or something. I had that name way before them, I think. I had it like written down and in a drawer. But yeah, go check us out, and we have an EP coming out here in a couple weeks or something. So working on about to meet with people in artwork and all that type of stuff for it. So
Yeah, definitely excited about that. Definitely want to hear that, man. So you play lead or do you play bass or?
I play guitar, so I do all like the lead guitar stuff, and I kind of fell into like a producer role when we were in the studio and all that type of stuff. It was a lot of fun. I play everything though, but for this band, lead guitar, vocals, so a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely got that look, man. Like you're the guy that's gonna be the face of the. No disrespect to the rest of your bandmates, but I'm just
Well,
saying, like,
I don't do like lead vocals, backing vocals. My bad. But
but you could be like that Pete Wentz, you
oh
know, what I mean?
yeah,
Without the drama, without.
without the weird like yeah, without the that weird thing that Pete Wentz does all the time.
Yeah.
But if I was in his position and he was in my position doing this with you right now, he would probably say the same thing about me.
Right on. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then just about your filmography skills, is that even a word? Yeah, I'm gonna quit
Yeah.
pretending like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, with
I,
your filmography,
I prefer the term cinematographer.
I'm sorry. Yes, with your cinematography, the last video you guys put out, man, I was blown away. Though that intro and just those shots that you captured, man, I was like, Stooks, if I ever remotely make it even semi big, I'm gonna find a way to either fly out to you or fly you out to me and just have you record and produce my stuff. Because I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to afford you because I mean, talent like that doesn't go unnoticed for very long. So you're definitely well on your way, man. I really do have a lot of respect for what you do. You definitely are. I feel like you guys are leading the game easily on YouTube in reviews, just in the production quality. And that's no knock on anyone else, but if you've never seen a Hookah.tv, Hookah Hipsters production video, you are missing out because they do some phenomenal work. And I know a lot of people complain like, oh, they don't put out content enough, this and that. Well, that's because a lot of work goes into it. You know, it's a 4 or 5 minute video, but hours, sometimes even days, probably go into the production of that. So
Yeah.
it's
If
it's
I,
not just like a point and shoot. You know what I mean? They're
yeah.
getting a lot of B-roll. You're taking a lot of shots,
Yeah.
random shots, and then you just gotta. It takes a creative mind, like what Stooks has, to find that perfect shot to piece together with everything to make it just all beautiful and bloom.
Yeah. It's complicated to change the lens on this setup right here. It takes like a few minutes. So when we're like doing stuff, it takes time. But for real, like, and if I can't comment on that, we're trying. Me and Fletcher are both we both travel here and there some, and Fletcher travels a lot more than I do. But I'm like 12-hour days in and out doing this, so it's like extra work on top of that. But we're looking to really step things up this year. So we're looking at ways to maybe uh, be able to give you guys the same production quality that we know for, but try to step up production a little bit and get a few more videos out here and there. So we're looking at a few options as far as that goes. So, but we love it. So
Right on. And we'll be wrapping up here soon, but a couple questions came in, and somebody asked. I don't see where it's at, but it says, "What are some of your?" Oh, there it goes. Jack asked. I'm sorry, Jack. I can't. I'll try to say your last name. Kazanian. Kazanian. It says, what's your guys' favorite old school flavor? So let's go ahead and keep it haze. I really don't have a favorite old school flavor. I'm gonna get reintroduced to the revamp of the haze flavors, so I'll be able to answer that later this year. But as for you, Stooks, what's your favorite old school haze flavor?
um, I have Fletcher brought a few over for me to try out recently. Um, Haze Seduction. That I had tried it like older version of it a while back when I wasn't too into haze, and it was okay. But I came back to it and it's killer. I love it.
What does it taste like?
It's like they changed it a little bit, so it's a little bit different than it was. But it's like before it was like a zesty citrus flavor, and at the time, and I'm still not like a big citrus fan. I don't like a lot of citrus flavors and stuff, but now it's got like a tartness to it, and I love things that are kind of tart. Like I love sweet tarts and stuff like that, and it it almost gave me kind of one of those notes, but kind of like but there's a little bit of a bitterness to it that's really nice. So
So when you say zesty orange, do you mean like the orange peel, like zest, or just
yeah,
like?
yeah, maybe something kind of like that. But there's a lot of lemon in there too. I think probably not as much lime. But yeah,
And that's called seduction.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to make sure I pick that up. Then that sounds interesting. So I guess that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. We touched on the new flavors. Just closing thoughts about the flavors. Like I said, everybody, I really highly suggest Chaitastic. I think everybody is gonna really enjoy it. Again, if you weren't, or even if you are a fan of Carnival Nights, I think you're gonna absolutely love it. If you weren't the biggest fan of Carnival Nights because you thought it was a little too strong, Chaitastic is definitely like a step below. It's not as heavy, and I think you're really going to enjoy the flavors. As far as what it meant, fantastic mint. Again, for me, it's like a buttery mint. Be an excellent mixing mint if you want to add almost like a baked goods type of feel to your fruity flavors. I think that might be a good way to go. And both of them together pair amazingly. So, what are your closing thoughts on the two flavors?
Yeah, they are something new, innovative. They're really cool, and I think Chaitastic is something new. I think it's fresh. I think people will like it. I think it's just going to be something that a lot of people are going to try, and they're going to go, "Wow, I did not know hookah could be like this," because I'm so used to it being like this, you know. So I think that's going to be pretty cool when people try it. And then what I meant is such a fun mint flavor. It's got that vanilla note to it. It's strong. It is a good strong mint. Definitely not like an FML strong, but it's up there in the stronger category, at least to my palate and the way I pack it and all that type of stuff. So
Yeah, definitely with what it meant. Oh, I don't think we mentioned that. If you overpack it, you're gonna get a way bigger minty sensation
yeah,
than you would if you just like normal pack it.
yeah, it's similar to FML. It gets colder the more heat you add to it. It doesn't burn as like most tobaccos would burn, I guess. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and as with all haze, it takes the heat well. So that's pretty much going to be the show. You guys and girls, I'm sorry, got a chance to get to know a little bit about Stooks. You can always catch him on Behind the Clouds. And yeah, just wanted to go over the flavors. And like I said, Stooks and I shared a big man crush on Chaitastic when we first tried it. And like we literally mirrored each other's reactions. Like it was incredible. I will never forget that night because, oh my God, I was just like, holy cow, dude. We got to jump on Hangs. We got to talk about this like, live.
Yeah.
So thanks to everybody for tuning in. I don't think I missed anybody in the shout outs. Real quick, Broseph said, how would you compare Chaitastic to Fumari Spice Chai? I think, Stooks, you said they're just going to be two different types of chais, right?
Apples and oranges. Kumari spice chai is really sweet. It's got the chai notes in there, but it's I kind of relate it to like a cinnamon roll almost compared to. I actually have some. I might load a bowl of that later, but it's apples and oranges. It's gonna be sweeter. This is gonna be more tea-like, a little bit creamy because of the milk, I guess. So.
There you go. There you go. And real quick to Notorio DJ. I have no idea when I'm coming to Chicago, but one of my best friends from high school lives out there, and he's putting the pressure on me. So maybe it might be sooner than later. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Real quick,
go ahead.
maybe me and Fletcher will take another trip back up there soon, and maybe you can be up there at the same time or something.
That would be phenomenal, and then I could secretly get you to film some stuff for me. Right on. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We did this. I always do these spurn of the moments. Just when it feels right, I want to do it. And thank you to you, Stooks, for accepting this invitation last minute, man. I always enjoy talking to you, and I actually got to know you a little bit better myself. I was going through your Facebook, not stalking, okay, not creeper, but I was going through your Facebook trying to find, a picture to post with mine for Instagram, and you got a lot of really cool shots of you playing the guitar, man. You're like a freaking rock star. So that's pretty cool. I learned something new about Stooks tonight. But again, thank you everybody for watching. You can catch us on Behind the Clouds. And I'm not sure exactly when the next episode of that will air, but we just came off of a phenomenal show, our best show yet. We hit a record, so thank you everybody for making that possible. We just want to get bigger and reach more people, and we're gonna have some amazing guests come on. So that pretty much does it. Is there anything else you want to say in closing, Stooks?
Guys, thank you so much for sitting here and listening to me talk about hookah for an hour.
For the record, I would have tuned in just to look at your beautiful face, man. No homo. Oh, forget that. All homo. Anyhow, all right. On that note, we will see you all next time. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye-bye.